Can't say wear nails anymore. You ain't getting up, manicure. And if you don't, you're on punishment. Oh shit. You can't get over to yourself, my dick. Physically operate your brain to function. Give me anything that I wanted. All girls want to fuck me every day. You don't even know it happens naturally. Especially when I'm playing with your chemistry. Somebody covers me first. You're gonna keep dying till you die from thirst. I want a different girl every day. Bitches. You bitches can't do nothing. Can't do nothing. Give me a little of that cracker jack. You ain't Carmel cold and cracker jack. This, that shit, you can't do nothing with that. I'm aggravated right now, kid. Girl ain't pretty to him anymore. Cause you ain't being a real whore. Ooh, you ain't a real whore.
Progress.
Yeah, Will, what up, bro?
What up, man?
I can't call
Yeah, it was getting good, man. That's all I be wanting. Like I think the misconception of what goes on in not just our conversation, just in general conversation is like me and you could be on the corner, we could be on the street, and we could be talking like, hey, yeah, I gotta get up and go to work in the morning. Then you out this jive ass nigga talking about brother standing right next to a B2. And we know damn well he gonna be right here on the corner. That's the point I'm talking about. Let's differentiate ourselves and say, I'm not finna be standing right here on this corner when I'm finna go. I'm going in the stove, get me something to eat. I'm going to fuck on. I don't know what buddy on.
But see, the whole thing is
And,
like,
and any woman that seeing this guy, they should be disrespecting him. And they should not be following him.
but
See, I could clearly say that and open to say that. Now it's time where women need to say that too. Like clearing.
your mic went out, bro. Your mic definitely out. We can't hear you, bro. Couldn't hear nothing you said. Your mic went out, Will.
Who we talking about?
Will was talking about.
Oh, buddy on TikTok?
No, it was
Which one? You know, it's a few of them now.
What?
So it was basically this young guy who was telling people that. So he went over to this girl's house and he was basically saying how to get her to have sex with you when she don't want to. And so he was showing different. Yeah, like he like had all like he had the shirt and his undershirt off. And I guess she said she didn't want to sleep with him. What she just wanted him to come over and watch the movie. So he was like, I ain't wasting my gas to come over here just to watch no movie. Are you serious? Are you like he was just doing like, little abusive shit to try to get her to have sex with him.
See,
and
that nigga need to be fucked up. Straight up and down.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
I'm
serious. You see how I say that? To be fucked up. That shit ain't funny at all. I got 2 girls. I will break that, man. Let me be quiet.
But that has also have to do with how you raise your girls. Because a girl that's confident and don't have daddy's issues and know who she is, she don't got no problem telling that nigga.
She gonna shut that down.
Kick rocks right quick. Well, hey, a girl that has been taught is not going to beg a nigga to stay. Period.
Exactly.
And she's not going to have anything to do with a man who does not only respect her wishes, but is pressuring her to do something she doesn't want to do because she's been raised to have values and standards. Like those young ladies who don't have fathers or who have daddy issues, those are usually the ones that do that. Because you and I mean, I get it. I get why they do it. But when you're secure about who you are and you raise your children properly and they're very secure about who they are, they don't have any issues with somebody walking in and out of their life, they would have told that nigga, get the fuck on. Right now. Like it, no problem. He's doing that, but it's also a learned behavior. That young man learned that shit from some grown ass man.
Yeah.
He picked that up from somewhere.
Yep.
So it's on both sides. That's why I say women and men, black men, women and men, we work in tandem with each other. It's the shit is learned behavior on both sides, and we need to correct the behavior on each side to, hey, this shit ain't okay. It's not okay. It's
Right.
not okay.
That's one, and that's exactly
When
what
you
I'm
see somebody,
saying.
a woman that's vulnerable, as a man, it makes you less of a man to take advantage of somebody that you know is vulnerable.
Straight up.
Definitely.
Well, look. I love what we're doing right here. I'm kind of waiting to see when John gonna get back up in here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send him the link one more time in his inbox because he's got 2 different pages. It's kind of, you know, kind of funny, you know. I don't know which page he pays attention to and which one he does.
He said, pay attention.
For real, because I don't know. I just sent him to both pages, but I really wanted to get John back up in here. But I did want to kind of shift everything over to why the black man is single and why the black woman is single. Well, I will start one with the black man. It's my theory that not all, but some black men are single because, for one, it's a choice. There's nothing wrong with that choice, but I think you know, every plan that you make. See, the thing is, I think that when we talk about niggas, we talk about black men. There's John right there. John, what up?
What up?
But I think it's when we talk about black men being single, now niggas is reckless, so you can't count them in this conversation. Niggas just want to just go raw in the whole world. Niggas just do some freak ass shit and just bust up in.
Damn sinners.
Right, they sinners for real.
Said this is freak ass shit.
I don't know more compass, so I can't. I just want to be clear that I'm not including niggas in my conversation because, for one, ain't no niggas on this panel. You know what I'm saying? These are all men here. These are all women here. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're gonna talk from a man's perspective. Now, if a man today in this day and age is single, it's because he wants to be, but it's also because maybe it's an instant. See, now here's the thing. It's not very easy to, if you want a black woman, it is not an easy task to commit to a black woman, to love a black woman today. And I say that because there's so many different outside influences that are having a bearing on relations between a black man and a black woman, and that's the facts. A lot of what goes on today, it's a lot of fluff, it's a lot of garbage, it's a lot of conflict, and then it's this type of competition that's going on between a black man and a black woman that should not be there. And you notice that if you look on TV, because that's where we're learning this from. If you look on TV, you notice that the black woman is constantly being catapulted into the forefront, and the black man is just pushed off to the side. Well, that's a problem. That's a very big problem, and I can't fault nobody for it as far as it's happening, but I can fault people for perpetuating it. Now, see, this is why I can't get with like Black Girls Rock and all that type of shit. Is because to me, from my vantage point, that keeps us further separated from each other, because it's like I'm over here and you over there. You ain't shit over there. We all over here, we doing us. You know what I'm saying? And so that's not helping the community as a whole. Now, another side of me, I was thinking this too. It's like, and I'm not shitting on sisters. You know what I'm saying? I married a sister. I was born from a sister, you know, and I got mad love. But I was looking at the state of the children today. Now, just in Chicago alone, every day, any one of us can vouch for this. And you hear about all these black boys and black girls being shot down in the streets. The majority, if not all of which, have came from the same type of household, where the black woman is the head. So now when you think about that, you think to yourself, well, if you're so strong and so much of a queen and a diva, and you this and you that. That's fine for you. But what the fuck they got to do with the children? Because the children's out here killing each other. Your children. Now, granted, the man ain't there. And that's his fuck up. He's wrong. He's 100% wrong. Because for one, he should have more dick control than that. I mean, in our minds, we want to fuck everybody. In our minds. But see, you can't just be fucking and don't think there's nothing come behind that. Now, the fact of the matter is every male ain't a man. That's the facts. Every male, just because he got a dick, it doesn't make him a man. You cannot rightfully expect him to be a man when he's not. If he still lives at home and you was fucking him, you're wrong. No, you're not wrong. You're fucking stupid. If he still lives at home and you're fucking him, you're stupid.
Homeless niggas don't deserve pussy.
Real shit. But they be the same ones that get all the pussy.
That's support. Yeah, so do.
They get all the
That is true.
and the good pussy too. They don't get
Right.
they don't get fucking
All the good one. Multiple times. Over and over again.
they don't get bottom shelf. They get
top shelf.
top shelf pussy.
For real. Red carpet.
Right, red carpet pussy. Now, with that being said,
Wait. Red carpet
And to be honest, huh?
red carpet pussy sound like something else. That don't sound.
Oh, okay.
my bad. okay.
Like the whole red carpet.
Pink
Y'all are
carpet.
all trifling right now.
Yeah.
But you get my point. My point is, it ain't about red carpets and nothing like that. My point is that's those are high value men. The shit niggas are usually high value. The niggas that go overlook is the
You use the
motherfucker.
word high value.
Well, you know, I fuck with Kevin Samuels. That's my dude. But anyway, those are the niggas that everybody,
He said,
you know what I'm saying? They ain't going for the dude that got an honest job and that punch the clock 8-10 hours. They ain't going for him.
Don't say that. That's not true. That's not true.
I
It's
believe
not true.
because then how do you explain so many single black women?
I've dated black men, right? And let me tell you what the black men that I've met, a lot of them like, oh, John, ain't nobody come here to see you, Otis.
now tell me what women are doing besides yourself.
So
What your peers do?
So first of all, I think some of my peers have unrealistic expectations.
That's the problem.
A lot of unrealistic expectations. They want a man that, like, let's say they want a man that has his own business. Well, a man that has his own business works a lot. Like that's just part of his grind. Like he has to work to maintain his shit. So when you come in, if you're not willing to do shit, then you really shouldn't be with him. Like you're not offering to assist in any way with the business, but you want to spend up all this money, you want to run the bag up, and then you don't want to contribute to that lifestyle. Not only do you not want to contribute, but you feel like my money is my money. I'm gonna let this nigga work hard and I'm gonna spend up his shit, and then I'm gonna complain when he's not at home. I'm gonna complain when he's, not able to do. And on top of that, you don't want to cook, you don't want to clean, like you don't want to do anything to make this man's life comfortable. And certainly when my peers, I've heard a lot of my peers say shit like he can cook for himself. Or he can, I ain't got to wash his clothes. I ain't his mama. But it's all about making each other comfortable and making your life better. So if I'm with my husband and I don't make his life better, that's a fucking problem. Even if it's by a little bit. If I'm not doing something to enhance his life, then that's a problem. And I think a lot of women nowadays have this unrealistic expectation because they think that being what our great grandma, like I've seen my great grandmother and my grandfather together. I remember my great grandmother taking care of him. She didn't play with him, but she took care of him. She took care of that house. She cooked, she cleaned, like she did all the shit. She might have bust my grandfather upside the head, but those things that he needed done, she did. And I think a lot of women have gotten away from actually feeling like they need to do that for them. They need to cater to a man. And when you say submit to a man, it's almost like I'm not no slave.
It's a trigger word. It's a trigger word for them.
But it shouldn't be, because a natural woman should always want to submit to a man. Like, why
Right,
would
if you and your feminine energy.
you can't want a man to protect you, but you don't want to listen to him and you don't want to submit. That's not how that go. What is it, Otis?
Okay. I agree with everything you just said, except for what this part right here is where I have the question, is because when we take out, again, I'm not talking about I label the bottom 20% of people in general, man, woman, boy, cat, dog, just ain't shit people. But this issue permeates the top. The same way that you said that you don't date men, that I don't date men. Well, women don't date women, but I date women, men date women. So I'm telling you, this goes past all educational classes. This goes past financial classes. It goes past social classes. That mindset permeates everybody, from the ratchet bitch that's on Madison and fucking Picker Street to the bitch that's all the way up in the motherfucking White House.
In front of White Castles.
In front of White, right, thank you. In front of White Castle with another fucking number 4.
Oh my goodness.
All of them, those same women still think, especially once you get higher, like, I got my own degree. Why the fuck would I cook for you? I got my own degree. But meanwhile, that same woman is thinking, okay, the problem is we come at it from a perspective of, or I should say, some women generally, by and large, women coming from a perspective, I'm not talking about you. If this is not you, then not you. Women coming from the perspective of, you know what? I want the guy with an old school mindset. So I want the guy who's going to be a traditional male, right? You're going to come home, you're going to protect, you're going to break the money, blah, blah, blah. Cool. Well, those type of men, I'm one of those type of men. You can't have an old school mindset and a new age modern type of fucking, that shit don't work.
That's true.
So if I'm coming home and I'm bringing my check and I'm coming with all this, huh?
I said that.
Right. I'm just what I'm saying.
John, you know the problem.
What I'm saying to your point is that even when we take off the ratchet chicks that's at the bottom, that mindset of I don't want to submit still permeates to women who other women will look up to, like, oh, she got a degree and she got a blah blah blah, she got a, you know what I'm saying? So guys, we still have to deal with that from women. Like, what the fuck? So why do I have to come with the old school mindset, but you don't have to? None of that shit. You ain't gonna make no biscuits in this bitch. Like,
you know what they doing? I feel like those are women that's chameleons. That's why I had to propose that question totally different to Alicia, because I believe our women, some of them, the really good women that want to submit and want to do those things, are being coupled in with other women because it's a natural thing. No, let me finish. I'm saying the way at first you was explaining, when we first started off, you kept saying, well, men like this, you was being defensive. But then when I said your peers, separating you from it, because a lot of women he's talking about are grouping themselves up with you. Not because you are allowing them to, it's because they hear you speaking now. They think they think they should get what you get. And because me making you separate yourself just then, I said your peers, and then you like, oh, them chicks be unrealistic. Now that's all men be wanting, like good men be wanting. Separate, not you per se, how your peers be acting. Because
but my thing is
people you hear that's women that you know they unrealistic. And they talking like Alicia, together, right? And they doing all this and all that.
Birds of a feather flock together. And so
no, I'm not saying you flocking. I'm just.
Well, what I'm saying is the way that I think, most women that I hang around think the same way that I think, because one thing is for certain, I'm not going to be, because if my husband is around me and I go fix his plate. He ain't got to ask. Right. He ain't got to say shit. I'm going to get his plate. I'm going to go get his food and everything. Women that's around me, they're going to do the same shit for their man, because a woman that don't do that for her man, the first thing she going to do is say, I wouldn't do that for my man. And that's going to get her cussed the fuck out.
See, that's the point I'm talking about. So, see, that's what I'm talking about. And that's what I mean about that's policing. Just that point you just said. Now you letting her know, and she's not part of your group for that. But the point of her saying it, and her to even be close to say it, she was pretending like she was part of your group, and she really not. And she's going to take the information you doing with your husband, running to John, saying, I want me a man to act like that, be treating Alicia like this, but she ain't doing nothing Alicia doing. She ain't doing nothing Ebony doing, but she wants y'all to be, she wants the same award, the same trophy, the same everything y'all get, and that's not fair. And I'm just like, man, same way men are doing that too.
Well,
You
the
gotta
thing
be
is,
careful who y'all allow in
doing
your
it right.
house or
My
around
thing
your
is,
house, because
she's
all
not gonna get that. She's not
Mhm.
gonna get that because at some point, even whether she got it from us or not, whether she's imitating, if it's just an act, it's all gonna fall away. And then
right,
she's
and
gonna be back.
that's
Then she's gonna be back to square one again.
I'm
Because
glad you
it ain't
saying
fair.
that. And that's why you see the memes. That's why you see the women getting bitter. And that's why they all upset. That's why they angry. Because it's not holding up. What they trying to do is rob a bank without no mask and no gun. And trying to pretend to be something they not. And that's all I get what John's saying. It makes sense. But it's a lot of people, a lot of women are doing that. They pretending to be something they not. They rub up against you. You out with your girls and y'all talking about, yeah, this is what I do for my man. And the girl sitting right next to you, across from you, she ain't even your friend. She's sitting there texting. I want me a man like Ebony got that rub her feet and all this. And she ain't saying, and she ain't listening to the part that what you doing for her.
Wow.
She's taking that, put down social media. And she's demanding it out of John now. And I'm just saying to sisters, and this is sisters only, pay attention to that. Be aware of that because it's a lot of them out there. And they are trying to be y'all. And man, I'd be pissed. Because that's what John and that's what Kennard keeps saying. Man, we ain't like them other niggas. Them niggas that don't work, they don't do that. Trying to make that very clear and to distinguish of who you in front of, who you talking to, who you about. And I just think our sisters need to start doing that. They need to, hey, this is me. I act like this. This is how I carry myself. That girl that was listening from across the table, she ain't like me. We're in a whole different class. We doing a whole different things. I get certain things that she's never going to imagine. She only imagine that, but she can't get them because she ain't gonna put the work in to get it. It's like work every 2 weeks to get a paycheck. And you got some women that sit right now, they're home on Section 8, and they'll bump up against you like they get up early in the morning with you, and they go to work with you. And they not doing that. They out here fabricating and lying. And they need to quit lying. And if I was sisters, I'd be even more mad at that. And that's on the other side of the street. We ain't even crossing the street yet. Talking
I
about,
wouldn't even say it's anything to get mad about because trust and believe, if that's who they really are, they not getting what it is that they want because they can't maintain that.
I
So
get
this
you.
is what irritates. So
understand.
this from the guy's perspective. This is what irritates. Well, from my perspective, I'm a guy. So this is what irritates me specifically, right? So I just stopped fucking with this one female because she did something stupid. But when it comes to interacting with a man, from my perspective, I don't see women holding each other accountable the way I see dudes holding each other accountable. What do I mean by that? Again, bottom shelf niggas and women, I don't talk about them. But I can't remember the last time. I don't even know a motherfucker who ain't paying child. I have no fucking clue.
Right, me either.
I don't even know a motherfucker like that. So that shit doesn't come in my fucking circle. You know what I'm saying? So what that means is that even if I did hear that somebody in my circle wasn't paying child support, I'd be on their ass so fucking quick, like, nigga, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? And that's just us. Women, however, when it comes to like, hey, I'm a queen. I want to do this. I want this type of guy. I want this type of guy. So it comes into, okay, so what are you doing to get the type of guy? Well, I'm doing this, and that. Or basically, to be perfectly honest, it's really not I'm doing shit. And what it really is like, oh, he's going to find me where he'll, what does it say? What they always say, they quote the Bible verse, wife is supposed to be found, some shit like that. He who found the wife. So I'm just finding a way to be found. Like, bitch, you're not doing nothing. Like you're not
right.
So, like you're not doing nothing. So you want me So, because when a guy shows up, I need to already be able to provide. Cool, no problem. I need to already be able to provide security. Cool, no problem. I need to show up to the job prepared day one to do all of that shit. That's no problem. But these women come to the job talking about, well, I just need on-the-job training. No, bitch, where the fuck did you see on-the-job training for this application? No, you need to come to this bitch with your shit in order. That's what I got a problem with. Like, the fuck is wrong with y'all?
See, look, this is what I think, right? As far as the women, is that, and pardon me.
Nigga, what are you eating? Because that looks scrumptious as shit.
Yeah.
Chips.
Nigga, I thought it was steak. The way that you were
The way you was eating it, I was too. I was like, man.
You made me hungry as fuck. I'm like, damn, I need some steak too.
No, but that's how I look at it. Like, at least I'm just gonna just talk straightforward. Fuck all this, all you judging and you. Nah, look. At the end of the day, I look at it like this. If you want a man to do this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying? You gotta come correct. Fuck all this making excuses. I'm gonna tell you like this, and I've been saying this shit for years. And like I say, in order for you to attract a man, you gotta be a woman first. Okay, that's number one. All right. So all that kiddie shit and all this delusional shit, that ain't gonna fly with no man. A man gonna tell you straight up what the fuck it is. He gonna tell you A, B, C, and that's the beginning and the fucking end. Now, my thing is, if you trust him and you respect him, you'll listen to what the fuck he gotta say, and everybody will be happy. Number two, when you go into a hole, now who's that, Alicia?
Mm-hmm.
That's me. I didn't even know he was back on. Okay, all right.
Did I say something wrong, Alicia?
No, I agree with you.
Okay. All right. Number two. The chips is where it's at, Jack. Chips.
Nigga, you high, drunk, or something. Something is going on.
Oh, okay.
You know when his ass feeling good, he start calling us Jack.
Right.
Listen here, Jack.
I want to say.
This is Jack.
This is what I want to say. Okay. All that delusional shit, is because motherfuckers put too much of their heads into the media and TV and their friends. You have to get to a point. First off, it's a maturity thing. Okay. You have to get to, I would suggest to women, to Black women, that you should get to some point in your life that you grow the fuck up. Okay. You ain't gonna meet a man. You're most likely not gonna meet a man who makes $1 million. You're not gonna meet that man. Okay. And if you did meet that man, then you're gonna have to do what he requires. Now
he don't want you.
Right. He don't want you.
He don't want you.
But wait, hold on.
Oh, crazy.
I beat to that. But if he does want you, are you prepared to deal with what that man requires of you?
No.
Exactly. Now, fraud, and you out here on some, I ain't gonna do this. Now we talking about, look, let me tell you something. Another thing I got to say. The average man. Now listen to what I said. I said the average man, not the average nigga. The average man wants two things from his woman. And I'm going to tell you what those two things are. He wants sex, he wants food. If you can provide those, then you can keep a man.
Now, if that's all it took, everything that Johnny was just saying, was that Johnny? It wouldn't matter. Oh, that was Will. Wasn't you talking about the caliber of woman and the faking and shit? If that's all a man wanted, then the imposters would be fine. So it got to be more to it than that.
It is more to it than that.
I think it's more to it.
It's more to it than that, because most men, to be honest, most men want a woman that will trust them and understand where you come from. And the same patience. We still human beings. And we not that off from a woman when it comes to humanly emotions.
Right.
And I just think it get haywire a lot of times. And that's just all it is when it comes to me when I'm speaking.
Well, I also think that we're allowing people outside of our community to dictate what a Black man. Like, you hear a lot of people talk about the Black men don't like the Black women, and Black women don't like, and these stories are they're narrated by folks that don't even look like us. So then once that's said, then you got black women and Black men bicker with each other about why we don't like each other, and it's really all bullshit. It's
Right.
really all bullshit. And at the end of the day, as long as you, and this is just my opinion, I'm not a man, but being peaceful, like being
true.
his peace, like being able to, it's an art to being a woman. It's a not being a woman, but being a lady, being feminine. It's a way to correct your man without him even knowing that he's being corrected. It's a way to just, sometimes you gotta let him do whatever it is he gonna do and come up with a plan B, because plan A ain't looking good, but let him have that plan A. It's keeping your mouth closed sometimes and not always saying I told you so. It's allowing him to be a man without having to fight with a woman who wants to be a man. So it's a lot of those things. It's a lot of nuances, but it's also, don't ask me to trust you without you putting forth that work too. Like, just because you, like a nurse said, you're not a man because you got a dick. That don't make you a man. So because you come to me with a dick and even a paycheck, because I want to be clear about even that $1 million man, you got $1 million, but how you gonna treat me? How do you hold me to standards of everybody else? I don't want no man to just because I got $1 million, I can have any woman I want. So you gonna treat me as such. I want somebody that's gonna, man, that's my woman. I love her. I'm gonna make sure she good. Whether it's $20 or $1 million. So we get caught up in that finance, and of course we want to be comfortable. Of course we want to live good. But when you look at the caliber of man, I don't want no shitty ass man that got $1 million, right? Because any money he's spending on you, he got it. He got it. Giving you a Birkin bag or Hermes bag ain't shit, because he got it. What a man is getting $20, $25, $40 an hour, and that nigga buy you a Louis Vuitton. That's some money for him. Because he ain't making $1 million. So when he spend that kind of money on you, he's showing you where his value in you lies, because he's taking what he has and he's giving to you. And it's not a lot, but it's more than, you know what I'm saying? Like when you balance out the ratio, the $1 million nigga ain't giving you, he's not even giving you a quarter of, it's not going to hurt him to give you that kind of bag, but it's going to hurt that guy to give you a $2,000 bag, but he wants you to have it. So you have to weigh that stuff when you're talking about it, but it's not financial. It's somebody that can actually lead you. And lead you in a way that you're secure, your children are secure, and you all have a household, and he's able to provide and maintain things for you, and not just financially.
Yep.
Right.
You have to want to be led. You have to humble yourself.
She preached. That's a differentiator. That's how you do. That's how you show the difference.
You have to humble yourself in order for a man to lead you. All this high horse bullshit.
You know what? It's not even a humbling. It's like Alicia said. You have to be comfortable. You have to be comfortable enough to be in your feminine energy. And a lot of times, no matter what's going on, it's you can't relinquish, because it's like, okay, are you gonna deliver the things that you say that you're gonna do?
I think that's what it comes. Okay, when first start by saying yes, absolutely correct what you just said, Ebony and Alicia. But I think that the problem is that's relinquishing that power, that much say so, control, whatever word goes right there. If you've never done that before, you're nervous than the motherfucker the first time you've ever done it, right? So I'm 42, right? So if you at my age and we talking about getting together and you ain't never done it before, you've only dealt with shitty men. You're trepidatious as fuck. You're leery as fuck, thinking about, oh, how am I gonna get this guy control? How am I gonna get this guy some say so? Because you've never done it before. Or if you've actually done it, you did it with a motherfucker who ain't shit. With that said, that ain't my fucking fault. That you should have made better goddamn decisions. Again, you're applying for a fucking job. I don't give a fuck about your past goddamn other jobs, bitch. You here for this job here today.
I am the job. What are you talking about? Apply for a job. I am the job.
This is crazy.
If you're gonna be, okay,
I'll apply. Apply.
Apply. Yes, I said apply. This is
your goddamn tongue.
Listen.
Heartbeats, front and center.
From a man's perspective, you want me to be in charge of giving the money and take care of everything. That also means you have access to all of my resources.
Right.
You are applying for a fucking job.
Absolutely not. Because and I'm gonna tell you why.
No.
We work in tandem with each other.
Alicia,
so I'm not just like you're a
Alicia,
benefit with your resources to me. I'm a benefit to you. So I'm not applying for a job.
Alicia, this isn't a matter of debate because I'm saying what I want. So it's not a matter of what you're asking. I'm telling you from what I want. And from being a man around men like me, this is what men think. You are going to be with me. That means you are essentially going to be the CEO or co-CEO or CFO, whatever the case may be. We're building this bond, this friendship, this love, this, if it goes to marriage, this partnership together. When they see you, they see me. That means that we are in this like this. So unless you're telling me that you want me to lord over you, then we partners. So you got to make up your mind which one you want. You want to be a partner or do you want to be a vassal? That's just simply the way it works. And if you're going to be on equal par with me, I need to be able to trust you. If for some reason I'm slipping on this and I need this to happen, cool. I need to be able to trust that you're going to take the money from this, go do this. You're not going to go and buy that $2,000 bag when you know we need to invest in this over there. Problem with that is that the man has already came into this relationship with all that understanding of how this works. That woman, she ain't never had to do that before. So it's like giving somebody $1 million. That's why people who win a lottery go broke the next fucking couple of years. They don't know the discipline that comes along with it. Right. That's why we having a problem with women trying to humble themselves and put themselves. They ain't never had to doggone do it. Whereas a man, in order to be that type of man, or that you want that man to be, he at some point has had to eat some humble pie from another motherfucking man. Hey, shut your ass up, get your ass over there and do that, whatever. Now, does that make him punk? Does it make him whatever? That's a very different conversation. But that man understands there's a certain amount of bullshit I have to deal with in order to get this bag. So if I need to make this 60, 50, 100,000, 2 million, 5 million, whatever the payday is for you, whatever you consider the bag, there's a certain amount of bullshit I need to deal with. Why is it that women don't understand the concept that there's a certain amount of, I wouldn't call it bullshit, but in their mind, bullshit you got to deal with to get the bag?
Why would you say that? What would make you say that? Because I believe that we work just like you do. So what you thinking? Do you think?
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Bullshit. Hey, that's that. I'm speaking from a woman's perspective. I go to work just like you do. I eat 10 yards of people's shit, and I be bothered with shit that I don't want to be bothered with for the sake of that bag, right? Because while you're talking about a man's perspective, we're talking about in reality. In reality, I've been taking care of 4 kids by myself, 2 of my own and my niece and my nephew. And I worked jobs that I didn't want to work. I worked 2 and 3 jobs to make sure that they've been able to do things, taking them to Jamaica and everything else to run up that bag, right?
But you're a woman. You're a woman. That means you have a get out of life free card. That means
I didn't.
Bullshit. No. I didn't say you played it. I said, wait, this is what I'm saying. You're a woman. By being a woman, you have a get out of life free card. What that means is that any woman can get married and have that man take their life away. Boom. All of your financial whatever.
I should bust you in your head.
Because it didn't happen. Hold on for a second.
No, let me tell you why. Because that's equivalent to settling. Just because I have a car, yeah, I could have married a lot of niggas. That don't mean that they were suited for me or that they were able to lead me.
I didn't say so. Just hold on for a second. Wait. Where did you get settled from? I never said settled.
No, because you said that you could have got married. Marriage is the reality.
I didn't say married. I said you have a get out of life free card. That's what I said.
That's whether not a get out. How?
How? Because I'm a man. It is my responsibility as a man to pay. It is my responsibility as a man. This is Johnny, real life. If you come in and we together, you gonna live with me? This is my house. We gonna live together. It is no situation on earth I would ever move into your house. If we're gonna get another house, cool. I'm gonna buy that house. I'm gonna pay for it. I'm gonna take care of the gardener. I'm gonna take care of the people who come pay. I got all the financial responsibility. You gonna be on my insurance. I'm gonna take care of your kids. All of that is on my back, and I do that happily.
But John, you're assuming that everybody's like that.
Wait, 1 second. In this society, does that other side of that coin ever work out for a man? No, that does not exist. No man can ever aspire to have that done for him.
Hell no.
I know men that have had that.
No. I'm not talking about somebody. At best case scenario, y'all talking about 5% of men. Best case, and I'm giving y'all 4%.
Okay, well, you give me how much ever you want. I don't agree with that. You get out of life free card because Nick, man, look, if you don't have a free card, trust and believe. Half the jobs that I worked, I worked 2 jobs for years. If I thought that I could just get married and have that shit taken away from me and be living like I would live and be good, I would have done that.
I never said it'd be easy. It's also not easy for a man to go out here and get the bag and conduct all that. So I never said it would be easy, but you have the option because you are a woman. The option in the society that matter of fact, what am I talking about? Every society on earth, the option is that a woman can marry and not have to work out the rest of her days. If she decides to work, it's because she wants to. That is a realistic option. That is not something that's far-fetched or
How many
fantastic.
women? How many married women do you know that don't work outside of the house?
Well,
I'm trying to find out.
Wait, 1 second. Because
we got a minute and 39 left, y'all. I just want to throw in one point, and I want to kind of roll this one into the next one. Well, I don't know if Johnny's implying this, but what I gather is that the women have a lot more options than the men do. As far as women are going to get public assistance if she decides she can't work or for whatever reason
who the fuck want to be on public assistance?
It's not about what you want. You have it.
That's not an option. That's not an option for me in the way that I live and my lifestyle. That's not an option for me.
I know.
Food stamps ain't an option. Public aid ain't an option.
Women, infants, and children exist. It is not for men.
Wait.
I agree that it exists, but that's not an option for me.
Right, for you individually, but I'm saying there's a lot of women who take advantage of that. We don't even have that fucking option. It's either we work or we starve. That's the bottom line for us.
Which is cool for us.
That's cool because at the end of the day, okay, you know, we're going to pay the cost to be the boss. But as far as like women, it's like y'all have so many other different ways. And ain't nobody going to come to us and say, hey, you come stay in my house. I pay this, I pay that, I pay that. And
all you got to do is wash my drawers.
Man, let me tell y'all something. When you live with anybody, y'all know the rules to that. Anytime somebody think that you need them to do anything, it's more to it than just wash my drawers. When folks think they need you, that's when they abuse you. Period. Dot.
Of course.
Period. Dot. I mean, like, come on with the bullshit. Like at the end of the day, it's not an option. Like we're talking about viable options. Public aid is not a viable option.